support edge. FY's going to come in, though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Seb.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He's just toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed, FY, the patience, keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees. He's going to show himself in the lane, though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level the PL.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
N0tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Crates. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because JerAx doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, see, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink calls as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, I've Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for Aegis to expire.
Seb, he's in, gets the call, the character's going to get FY, there with the snowball save. He's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Seb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel, though. Seb held back for now. Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson is running away. Xnova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from N0tail's coming in towards the shrine, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in this series that Xnova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Senton creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The blood bright silence connects. He's got the man to back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. Xnova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, Xnova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wars that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on N0tail to hold back the Chen as the mid-racks are exposed. PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of racks. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Arme. The triple buybacks now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast after the 3 of them knocks them back. But Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PL army's on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top rack. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG. They have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. Two of the side lanes are already going, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close the Brew is at 25. I mean,
So close.
With that primal split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball, he turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail, FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary, scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I give a head for that with this team fight. I mean, LGD are big goal, but no blood take up to 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. Grabs, they give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No Tail's praying for a Roche right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be out. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right?
Yep.
It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7, same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon disc on Jeremy, so protected in O. DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X Blade Mail call if he finds him, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
It's just all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the smoke, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled. But
He's in the trees, they're on the high ground, they've got the vision with the Shiva's covered, Anna's on his way over, they've got the snowball down, there's the Catapult Seb, jumps in, he's able to find the call onto Challenge, but Challenge already got the BKB out, the Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb posts the BKB, he'll try and stand his grab, but Seb, he's going to go down, no buyback on the axe, and HyperX as well, surrounded by PSG LGD, the Eon disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
he has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Force Spirits. On the bottom room, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
See Anna. Still holding on to that buyback on HyperX. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. And they breached through it. It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting isn't enough to hold OG in the game.
You see No Tail's already running to just, he doesn't care. He's going to throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will as they get upon him. They find his life. 1 minute now without No Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Anna, and HyperX. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
HyperX is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split, of course, up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Anna up in the skies. As this Rax on the top lane will fall, the melee Rax gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose that top Rax, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to deward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roche fake out.
Check. Anna is on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Head's going to get a set. Oh, he's in. The call, the MP, the Caliber, but FY is in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. But he's it up. Chalice is down. Buyback from X Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis, Somnus looking to get involved. Pause the BKB to get over the ice roll. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. As now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. They've got the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball. The snowball over to Thompson. The self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of Notel. FY will fall. Arme looking towards Notel. Notel pops the hand of God, but Notel beaten down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Anna. Thompson, he's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? JerAx coming in, keeping Anna alive. Anna with the doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the two of them. Anna trying to go in, looking for the kill. Can he find it in time onto X-Nova? He's on top of him, trying to beat him down. Anna again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base. As X-Nova will survive. JerAx back in, the combo. Meatball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Boss the Shiva's gone. He's on top of JerAx. JerAx is gone. Anna as well. Can he really fight back against the Somnus, and X-Nova are so low? As the buyback for JerAx comes in, he's healing Anna back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down onto the instruction. They find him. Arme, he's out of Anna. He's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded. OG, can they find them off? They can! OG are still in the game. Arme buys back immediately. But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without two of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from JerAx onto that shrine, being able to save Anna, but Anna also toying with them with that doppel. He set the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's really hard to kill him.
Seb,
Yeah.
he's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting. Somnus, he's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh! Doesn't get the call though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Anna, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Anna again with the double. There's a Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Anna will be able to force him away. They've got the hex. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice got for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Arme. Big Daddy Notel gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion though. Arme able to waveform up to the high ground. Arme should be fine here.
Thompson's got the ghost right. He's got Hex
maybe
up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger Arme's over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
Goes back, real one.
Goes for the waveform. Seb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice play from Arme.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without JerAx for the same amount of time. And that lead the PSG LGD had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment with these last few fights. Obviously the 25s now coming out on OG. Thompson's into the pit.
What a timely DD coming out for him too. I don't think they expected to be taken out as fast. He's almost able to solo it with the help of these summons. And that's a refreshing shot. There's no way to get this. There's no way LGD can come.
Oh, and the Seb level 25 too. That extra Berserker's Call AoE. It catches people out. They don't expect it.
It does not feel like OG or T-Rex now. At all.
The Berserker's Call now is, I mean, the AoE is
massive.
really massive now when you have that talent.
It's so hard to play against. Can PSG LGD do it? They've got the Basher now for Somnus. But just a 2K lead with those last big comeback plays from OG. Still 30 seconds without Chalice.
Double Hex coming out now. Thompson and these 5-second BKBs. Yeah, I mean, they were crushing with their BKBs.
Being spotted out.
Got the vision. They're on top of him. Thompson, he's in trouble. The nullify comes out, but he got the ghost walk off as well as the Hex in time. Now, Somnus turns out, the blood runs down. Thompson! He's dead for 100. Has got the buyback available. PSG LGD will certainly look to force it out of them.
FY just what a shadow blade. It just, as soon as they split up, he finds the perfect opportunity there on Thompson.
You got to be careful going out on the map when FY's alive. There's every chance in the world that he's going to be watching you from the trees.
And at this point, I think for Ame, it's actually going to be very worth it for him to actually just try and burn all the mana from the Phantom Lancer, so we can't doppelganger all the time. That's causing huge issues in the team fights. And I see that Chalice is using his Dispel Magic every single cooldown on these Phantom Lancer illusions, but there's still way too many that are causing havoc in these team fights.
It it's too constant. Like that double cooldown being 3 seconds just allows him to always be able to play around a little bit around the brew. They don't really have like this crazy AoE when you look at LGD's lineup to just clear out those illusions. It's really a lot based off them just trickling them down slowly with like the Shivas and the Radiants and knowing exactly which one it is.
Yep, he doesn't have the crit talent, but now he does have crit from that Bloodthorn coming out.
It's a lot of damage that Anna can offer to the fights now.
And Brewmaster without BKB, very vulnerable. Cold Snap, Bloodthorn, Berserker's Call. There's a lot of ways that they can prevent him from getting that ult.
He just commits it from the back, just to be careful.
Make sure that he can get it off and get some damage in onto the tier 3s. Anna's going to start to try and fight against these Primal Split Brewlings. He'll be able to find one of them. He has been silenced. He'll take down the Wind Panda 2 as well by the looks of it. There's only the Earth Panda prevails. Seb jumps and he gets the call onto the Panda, popping the BKB as well, so they won't kill the Brewlings off. They do force PSG LGD away long enough that Thompson does not have to expend his buyback. Thompson back in the game.
And then they're utilizing the PL very well too, by replicating him, sending illusions to get some extra damage on the tower. It's just one Rax left that's holding LGD away from Mega Creeps.
And they're straight out. They're ready with the aggressive play, OG. Thompson, can he find a catch? He's close to having vision onto X-Nova.
Should be able to find X-Nova. He is stalking him. He got sights of him for a second. He's a bit far away though.
Oh, the tornado. It's got him. Thompson drops the combo down upon him. The stun comes out though. Oh, the counterplay. Jax is there though with the heal, the tether. Keeping Thompson alive with the Abyssal Blade down. Candace here with the hand of God comes through. Thompson still alive, but Chalice gets the primal split out. He's been stunned. Thompson, the cheese, he's fine. Thompson, he goes down. They get the kill onto the Evoker. No tail. Being chased by Arme. The bash is coming through, but the blade mail was already out from Seb. He tries to get the call off. The bash, the Cataclysm isn't enough to find the kills. Anna leading forward. The Bloodthorn onto FY. Gets the kill onto FY. FY buys back straight away. Anna looking towards Somnus again. The doppelganger. Arme on top of Thompson. Thompson being saved by Jax. Jax with the tether. Arme turns into General. There's the call. Seb, he catches Arme. Arme dead for 2 minutes to hedge. They've got Somnus as well. Oh, gee. Double kill for Seb. The clutch buybacks coming into play. Nobody has a buyback available right now. As OG stand with 5 alive on the map, 100 seconds without the Morphling.
This Doppel talent is just destroying LGD. They have no way to actually find Ana. Like Ben said, the Brewmaster's constantly using the Dispel, but it's so hard to find the real PL amongst all these illusions in all this chaos of the fights with tornadoes and chaos meters and everything falling all over the place.
And look at this. The tier 3 tower falling. Anna frontlining it all. What's he scared of? The Blood Bride will come out. Chalice with the Shiva's Guard trying to initiate. But Anna, he's poking, prodding, beating down, and on the side, Thompson jumps in. Chalice gets in with the BKB with the call. Seb, he's got the disable on the Chalice. Do they have the damage? They got on top of the Chalice. He's into the snowball. FY buying time for him, but now he's vulnerable. He's gets Hex. He gets Bloodthorn. Chalice buys back. Straight back into the game. Anna trying to find his attention onto X-Nova. Chalice leading forward. The Tornado going to be off the market. Only catches out the Bloodseeker, but Seb, he's looking for the follow-up. Jumps in, gets the call. The BKB was out in time. The Bananas on top of it. Did they have the damage? Seb's got the blade on FY.
Okay.
With the snowball again. Thompson, Jax focusing the Rags. Thompson gets the Hex up onto X-Nova. Seb healed up by Jax. Anna still full health at the moment as the Brewlings are pushed back to the base. OG get the bottom melee Rags. As still 30 seconds to play without the Morphling in the game. They move towards the mid lane. OG, can they really get it all here? The mid rack's falling. They've taken a full second set. 15 painful seconds for LGD.
They're gonna keep going. They want to claim their megas.
Another tier 3 falls. OG onto the final set of racks that LGD have left standing. Azana, he gets kicked back. He's separated from the team, but he has the double ganger. He's been ruptured. He needs help, and he needs it now. Jarek in with the tap of the hand of God. Give it that double heal. The relocate as well. Jarek gets him out. As OG will successfully disengage before that Morphling's back in, as they found both racks. Jerax will die for this one, almost certainly, as he looks to tether across, but the nullifies upon him. He has buyback though, and OG just took so much away from PSG LGD, as they only have a lone range rack standing on the top lane.
I can't believe this coming. This is only 3 racks left in this game, and one of them is a range racks on the side of LGD. Buyback status I saw X that was buyback. It was only like 600 or 700,
Yeah.
which is crazy. But JRX also kind of in that same net worth territory, looking at a very cheap buyback. But 2 in the game left, IO and the PL. PL is almost unkillable at this point. Like, even without the Wisp, it's still really difficult. With the Wisp, just don't even try.
We'll see this again. It's a save here from JRX.
The control is just not there, and they don't have the way to kill all these illusions constantly. And of course, look at JRX coming in, starts that relocate channel, and is able to get it off. No one gets the control on him.
Keeping it cool at the time that it means the most, but he's still able to crack a smile here in Game 4 of the TIA Grand Finals. OG making a stand, now leading 9K advantage in net worth. LG able to join us.
I don't believe they actually have any 4 stabs on the side of LG. That's generally how you deal with a Scythe of Ice. And I think they can get a Scythe of Ice on the core, get a blink call, and that hero is likely dead without buyback at this point. So OG, I would say, definitely favorite at this point of the game, especially with PL having buyback. LGD, they have a couple minutes to think about what they want to do before this next rotation.
Yeah, they can't be totally reliant on FY just getting these perfect snowball saves, or even like I saw in the last fight too when it was down bottom, he even tried like walrus kicking the IO away from when he was tethered from somebody else. They need to find some other ways to be able to save, in particular that Brewmaster, who is just time and time again is the most important hero, it does seem, for LGD.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they do with the BKB call. The snowball is the only thing, but they have Bloodthorns, they have Scythe of Ice for the Tusk, they have a lot of things available. Maybe Aeon Disc perhaps for Brewmaster. I'm not exactly sure what the best way for him to deal with it is. Looks like he is going for an Octarine perhaps for almost permanent.
The sentry's down though. They see Thompson, but Thompson, he's already quick with the play. The Tornado into EMP, Cold Snap as well, they've got the Hex, but there won't be any further jumping. They just poke at Arme.
They're trying to make space.
They got the Mega Creeps.
That's the distraction play right there.
Up against the Mega Creeps. PSG LGD, it's what stands between them and the championship title here in Game 4.
And they got it right before that wave, before that 59-minute mark too, so we already have the Mega Creep wave coming in, that momentum pushing onto LGD's side.
And you look at their lineup, can PSG LGD's heroes deal with the Mega Creeps? It's hard. They don't really have that sort of incredible D-push or AoE sort of hard hitters to deal with it.
That's kind of what they've been lacking in a lot of this game, right? That's what we've been talking about with the illusions with the PL. They've got ways to find them if it's, or ways to kill them if they find the exact one, but as for doing that, it's very tough when they don't have just the Dispel from Chalice.
And he does too much damage to ignore at this point with the Bloodthorn. And on top of that, Roshan is going to respawn in about 1 minute's time. LGD, I think their buybacks are going to cool down around that time, but I just don't think they can withstand this onslaught from LGD. They really want to be able to defend this Roshan. It's super obvious when there's Mega Creeps. With Mega Creeps, that's the luxury that you have. You can just wait a couple of seconds. You know, the creeps will be hitting at your T4s if you wait.
As Ana commits forward. Has no boots, but a full Eye of Scotty. 3,800 health now on this PL, who hasn't been dying for a very long time. Now he's got easier ways, easier kill opportunity, and much more survivability.
Yeah, he probably has like maybe 7,000, 8,000 HP effective with the butterfly evasion and the heal, the overcharge, and the Hand of God is just way too much. And the lifesteal from Shen too, another ability.
OG. It's clearing out the pit. Very, very soon to be spawning. Roshan and PSG LGD are well aware.
Roshan's up. It looks like only OG knows.
Oh,
Arme and
Yo,
Ana. Indeed, some illusion action. Arme's gonna get caught out by the Tornado though. They've opened up onto him. Arme trying to get on top of Ana. The BKB pop by Chalice. He'll get the ult out. No-Tail getting got out straight away by FY with the snowball. No-Tail's dead for 100. They'll get the Chen. Ana, in the midst of it, trying to lock down onto FY. The rest of his team about to come over to get the Tornado. Out onto X over Seb. Looking for the cool control onto Arme. Has he got it? Arme getting stood up by the cold snap, but he's able to wait for him up the Hyper. Thompson blinks in. He gets the Hex up, but FY with the snowball save. They get the bash out. Sonos will be able to find the IO, but they're fully low LGD. That's Sonos dead for 2 minutes. They get Thompson. Thompson dead for 2 minutes. Only Ana. Ana, can he do it here? Is it half L save? Lifetime as 3 dead now. LGD, no buyback. Seb will fall. Anna kept alive off the back of that fight. As that very much looked like PSG LGD were able to tip OGA over the edge, but that plus 100 Berserker score, you could see Seb as well being very careful with how he used it, keeping it to that opportune moment after any potential sort of Manta dodges have been done by Thomas Arme, and he gets the call.
9 doppelgangers used just in that area around the Ancients from the PL. Just the constant barrage of illusions giving that distraction to allow Seb to get that call off.
And that's another Roshan for OG.
These fights have to be so hectic for the players. There's like 30 PLs.
There's just both sides. I mean, even the Enchantress is like taking a PL, and then the Morphling turns into PL.
I'm just impressed we haven't had any frame drops. You know?
That's true.
Azana. Down the middle lane.
Just walking down with a DD.
The tier 4s. Anna says he's done with this. He wants to end this game. The buyback will come out from FY. Anna. It's going to be snowballed. Anna. He's in. He's not got any backup on the way. FY will be able to get out with the Embers, but this doppelganger just over and over again, meaning that Anna could just stand in. Now he's got the backup of Jerax as he gets Hex. Oh, he didn't expect it. He didn't expect the Hex, but he's still fine. Jerax had the Odis, but X-Nova into the snowball. They'll turn towards Jerax. The Hadagon coming out. Jerax has been nullified. They hit doppelganger once again. X-Nova. He will survive for now. But buybacks were forced out by that aggressive play from Anna. At the same time, Seb did buyback himself on the Axe. But LGD are back up as a full 5-man.
Jesus, this is insane.
I mean, I don't know what's super safe there. I'm not exactly sure why I said buyback, but I mean, he has Heart, he has Wisp behind him, he has Aegis, he has everything. His buyback.
And as you can see there, that is the big difference. There are 4 buybacks available on OG. Only 1 available for LGD. Oh.
All this momentum pushing in. And an Arcane Rune up top. If they give that to Ana, oh my god. Even more illusions, even more doppels.
Oh.
Let's go.
That is
2.1 second cooldown.
2.1 second cooldown.
Oh man.
Okay. Azana.
This is it.
He's ready to put it to use. Straight into the base he goes, doubling forward, he gets the jump onto X-Nova, the Ghost Scepter keeping X-Nova fine for now. Anna looking to turn his commitment towards Arme, Thompson comes in with a Deafening Blast from the side, the EMP finishes X-Nova off, he's dead for 110, Seb, pots the BKB, looks for the cool control onto FY, but FY does get the snowball off in time. Arme looking on top of Jarrett, but Thompson turns, they get the Hex out, onto him, he'll get himself back into the ball, the BKB's out in time as Arme cuts down Rojo with a wave for finds the kill. Anna looking to get on top of Arme, the BKB's about to wear off, the Mega Creep speeding down upon the edge of OG. Seb in again. The call on top of Arme. Arme dead for 2 minutes. Chalice, BKB pop. He's trying to commit, trying to deal with Anna being silenced by the Blood Right. But the Ancient is falling. The Hex is out. They're going to be able to find themselves. Chalice 3 dead on LGD. OG hitting the Ancient. Hitting the Ancient. Weird guy. Weird. John, FY, he's found himself No Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No Tail as Arme comes in for the kill secure.
And I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He just knows, I just need to get my ulti off. And he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
Yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage in the fight. One of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
HyperX did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, Ame's coming in this here.
Got to be careful who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax. He's going out on his own. He doesn't expect Arme to have this invis route. As Arme will show himself, Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing around rupturing.
no mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, will find X-Nova.
Sep, and as well, between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Sep.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He's just toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees, he's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level the PL.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
N0tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Crates. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because HyperX doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, see, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Sep too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink calls out, as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus,
very strong. They feel evenly matched when they're playing against each other. And statistics say Alliance is a better team than Liquid, at least head-to-head matchup. And
Oof.
so I'm expecting 3 games here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, the couple of times there was like Alliance 2-0ing them. But here we are, game 1 in this best of 3 and lower bracket as we get ourselves underway. Draft ready. Alliance up against Liquid. We did see Alliance, do very well against Secret, even though it was a 2-0 loss. It was a very, hard-fought, well-contested series, and I'm definitely expected. Same thing here. DP and Oracle. Interestingly enough, contested heroes here from both teams. We don't see much of the Oracle from other squads, but both of these 2 teams do like to pick it up, especially in conjunction with Death Prophet. I'm really aiming towards these offlane picks, though. I think that's where the difference maker is going to be. S4's performance on Beastmaster, Axe, for example, and then of course Bo3 for Team Liquid is always that potent threat, whether he's playing a Dragon Knight offlane or if he's picking up the Mars, whatever it might be. Slardar also always comes to mind when you're thinking of Bo3. They've also got that little kind of pocket pick, the Tusk for Bo3. That's something that they've been playing with to some reasonable success recently.
Oh yeah, I've seen it in high-level pubs. I also tried it out to see how it works. And it's very good. Tusk has, I believe, like 4 strength gain per level. That's insane. Like, you get Power Treads, Double Bracer, Magical, and you have 2000 HP. 8 minutes in, you don't die. It's really one of the heroes to look out for. I think a lot of the teams will shift towards this kind of a offlaner. Let me just check the number on Tusk just to be sure.
Like, the great thing is he gives you gap close without a blink dagger. Like, from the offlane, you think about Axe, Beastmaster, DK, for example, and very often you want that gap close hero with some kind of initiation, a stun, Dragon Knight, Beastmaster, but Tusk brings you that without Blink Dagger thanks to Snowball, magic immunity piercing with Walrus Punch, so he doesn't need, any key itemization really. He doesn't need that one item to actually allow him to play his hero, and he's so good at hunting people across the map. As Ember Spirit Kotl, no duo combo coming out. DK Phoenix being banned out as well. Final bans for both sides to come through.
Yeah, just checked. It's 3.9. I love to round up numbers. That's why I said 4. And the Laundry Gun no surprise there. I mean, Team Liquid, they can win against any team with their lone druid. They have Koikwa, the best lone druid and the only lone druid player in the world right now.
He's the only one left. It really is one of those special little picks for them. Nature's Prophet being banned out against Alliance. So what's our first pick then?
Shadow Demon is
still left in the pool.
DP's banned.
Yeah, I'm a moron. It is early morning. Lacoste, we've just woken up.
If you're wondering why I look so beautiful, it's because I got extra hours of sleep. I was supposed to wake up earlier, but I did not. My alarm didn't wake me up, so that's why I look so swollen, I would say. And Shadow Demon it is. Alliance yesterday against Team Secret played this hero and tried to go for something different, like no Ether Lance, just straight into Aghanim Scepter. Like once you get that, it's insane amount of damage. You have 3 charges on your ulti with the break mechanic. And Team Liquid, they already know what they're gonna pick. Like, I mean, these two teams know each other, so they're not surprised what the other team is doing.
And no need to do your homework. You've already played against each other enough and seen all these games. Got a good feeling. So Rubik Centaur looks like that's going to be the dual lane setup for Team Liquid already. Rubik is a real solid all-round hero, giving you that instant catch. You've got disengage from Centaur Stampede to try and get away from these Shadow Demon initiations. And they can put a lot of pressure onto that safe lane. The Alliance come out with a Mars. And that's, you know, considered a pretty good counter against the Centaur Stampede.
Yep, can't run away from it. It feels like we're watching Dota, let's say 2 months ago, when these two offliners were extremely popular. Like everyone was just picking Centaur and Mars, getting the Ring of Tarask on the hero, building all the auras. Now it's not the case. Like you don't see often someone just building Crimson Guard pipe. It's very, very situational. Those items got nerfed.
And it's kind of interesting for me to see, you know, Enchantress and Earthshaker just ignored, Chen ignored. We've seen so much of those from, you know, every other team really throughout the group stage and even into the playoffs here. Dota Pit.
They still need position 5 heroes, I believe both of them. Alliance tends to play Shadow Demon as position 4.
Yeah, they could think about like Jakiro, Bane, something along those lines for FNG. Maybe even the Witch Doctor can come out again. Grimstroke, Pulse 5 for Insania, going to be banned out by Alliance. So they won't have that Inkswell Blink initiation from Centaur. And the great thing about both of these openers is gives you team fight, gives you initiation, good lane control from both of these, you know, Pos 4 and 3s. And you're still really very open here to that kind of Chen-like and, you know, maneuver through the draft into a bit more pushing strength as you go on. Not really giving up what your initial plans are for the game.
One hero that has really risen in popularity is Enigma. Like either as position 4 or 5 or as the offlaner. Like this hero does so many things. Like he flash farms, you get that Necrobook early on, you keep farming, then your items. Like Enigma sometimes is the most farmed hero in the whole game, which is not what we used to see.
Yeah, he's building up, isn't he?
Team Liquid's turn.
Phase ban. Gonna be the Kunkka from Team Liquid. So a lot of Limps heroes still left in the pool. That TA, Queen of Pain, all available. There is the Queen of Pain, which Liquid kind of snap up themselves. Maybe now think they want to move away from the Templar Assassin.
Team Liquid wanted a hero that does not care about Shadow Demon, Mars, and that's Queen of Pain. Anything with a blink, you can just get out of the Mars arena, you get disrupted, so they need some follow-up stun. You mentioned Jakiro. It sounds okay. It's a damage inside of Mars ulti, and then they have a lot of zoning tools. I'm not talking about zoning tools when you miss the spells. It's just you can use Ice here, Fire there, Mars ulti. You choose where you want to fight.
Yeah, it gives you that little bit of pushing strength from the position 5 as well. which Alliance, you know, these two heroes don't really offer you too much in that regard. But it's a great setup with Disruption into Ice Path to maybe catch the Queen of Pain, Chain Stun with the Spear.
Team Liquid's
You have
turn.
options.
Okay, that's much better. Actually, it's more control for Queen of Pain, and you have a nice setup when you throw Arena, so there's some extra damage. You have 2 rings. Like, what if you just
Circles.
get circles? You get Monkey King last. You get one. Is there one more circle?
10 seconds remaining.
There's loads. There's Zeus. Zeus has a
Okay.
circle with Aghanim Scepter. It depends how you're defining circles, right? Like Tidehunter, Enigma, they have kind of circle abilities, you know, that bit of AoE. They're not actual, like, Venn diagram making circles that you can throw onto the map. Liquid. Position 5 time, it feels like here. Insania's hero's got to come out now. Oracle's something that they've toyed with before, but usually that's kind of paired up with you can just put out there that needs saving.
If you get 4 circles, you're cosplaying Audi. If you get 5
you get the
circles,
puck.
cosplaying Olympics. I mean, that's the only Olympics we could have this year. Olympics are cancelled, right?
I don't know, honestly. Probably. Chen gonna come out for Team Liquid. They still keeps them in the running for that Lycan last pick, right?
10
It's a
seconds
possibility,
remaining.
yes.
Do want to
5
keep that push
seconds
going.
remaining.
But it mainly, I feel like mainly Chen is for that, you know, map maneuverability, dragging people across the map. So like a hero like Centaur or Queen of Pain can push that dead lane, make sure the wave is out across the river. Then you drag them into, you know, as Dire team, they'll be looking to play in Radiant Jungle. Can move 4 heroes there, then grab that hero, bring them into the fight, get a battle around the outpost, maybe move into that mid lane. Also helps you defend Roshan very nicely.
What do you want to have against Queen of Pain? Like, Queen of Pain is that strong of a laner. She does not care about many heroes.
They do still go for the TA. Limp special. We've seen him do the old meld level 1 to dodge Shadow Strike. It's always that little mind game, right? You know, do they have a sentry? Will they be forced to bring one out?
10 seconds
Dodging out
remaining.
Shadow Strikes early on, it's basically going to save you, you know, a salve worth of gold or maybe a
5
couple of
seconds remaining.
tangos. Stop that damage over time coming in.
Templar Assassin opens up the Roche for Alliance, and it's just their comfort pick. You know how they're gonna play it. Limp, probably the best TA player in the world.
I kind of feel like you have to last pick. They banned Necro. I was gonna say you have to like last ban Wraith King up against Alliance. They've looked so good when Nico Baby's on that Wraith King when it's paired up with a hero like TA. You know, Limp can play in and out of the fight. Wraith King soaking up the damage. They've got displacement abilities with Disruptor's Glimpse and Mars Spear to help Wraith King when he's being kited around.
We'll see if they ban something like a Phantom Lancer. They're definitely going for Wraith King.
5 seconds remaining.
There's no mana burn on Team Liquid at the moment. They still need a carry hero.
There is that threat from Necro units coming out from
Alliance.
potential Lycan last pick, as PL is the ban. Is it the Wraith King? Is it the big Skelly boy?
They were very limited on AoE, and these heroes don't really like to play into PL, so... I mean, 10th pick PL just wins you the games. If it's it's same like as Broodmother, but even stronger.
I guess the other big option for me is like a Morphling. You know, they've done very well with Nico Baby Morphling. Again, paired with this tempo hero in the Templar Assassin.
Oh yeah.
5
Oh,
seconds
The Tempo
remaining.
Assassin.
Yeah. That's the second hero. I believe it's one of those two. Like, they really love Shadow Demon Morphling combination, so he gets a shotgun, and Soul Catcher is gonna be good at every single stage of the game. And
What?
it's not. It's Carry Doom,
Wow.
I believe.
Position 1 Doom. I mean, never have called that in a million years. We saw Saberlight play it yesterday from position 3. He looked very good up against, what was it, the Slark? Of OG, yeah, it was the OG Slark for Sumail. But position 1 Doom. Alliance changing things up in that last spot. Team Liquid now. Respond to this.
Doom as another counter to Centaur and Queen of Pain. Like, Doom was a counter for Centaur for a very long time. Like, that's his target. He pops the Doom,
You may now select your
and then he can't use the Stampede because that's the saving ability for Team Liquid. And Team Liquid's like, Doom, we're gonna push.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I said, after the first couple of picks, you still have this opening for Liquid or Alliance. They could have done it themselves to go for that Chen Lycan and still give you the pushing strength that you need. So some very early tempo heroes here for Liquid. They're able to fight no matter what the game state, really. You know, Sonic Wave and Stampede. I guess you throw Shapeshift in there, a couple of cooldowns that you're trying to play around, but nothing ridiculously long. Alliance in the same kind of boat, though.
I'm not convinced by this carry Doom. Yes, he can stay on top of net worth with the Devour Gold. The last time I've seen it was K1 Hector playing it for Beast Coast, but it was 2, 3, 4 months ago. Time goes by so fast when you're in the house playing and watching Dota all the time.
So the purpose of the Doom here, you mentioned kind of counteracting the Centaur and Queen of Pain. Doom the Queen of Pain, Infernal Blade super good against Centaur, but it doesn't feel like that's enough of a reason just to pick the hero, right? It feels a little bit out of left field, a little bit awkward.
He's great against tanky heroes like a Centaur, but it just feels very, very weird. Maybe I'm gonna learn something today. Let's see.
Yeah, I guess if you look at the other heroes, Alliance's lineup is built around jumping. They get the catch on someone, and they chase. So they've got the ability to really run people down with Doom, TA, you know, blinking forward aggressively. If they get the Druid, they can take 2 or 3 heroes out of the fight, right? They Doom one, they blow another one up with TA, they Static Storm another couple. If the team fights are well executed by Alliance, they've got Disruption to set up or save people as well. So a lot of this game feels like who gets the initiation first, because Liquid are going to be setting up around your towers from a very early point thanks to Chen, Lycan, and this Mickey Queen of Pain. Have a pretty good game.
You eat Chen creeps, you eat wolves.
True.
Do you know the old school counter to Chen? When you saw Chen, 2 people get Hand of Midas. You know, you just insta-kill his creeps, get the extra gold. I don't think it's doable anymore. Midas is just a garbage item at the moment. But maybe it's the same principle. Let's see. Nico Baby trying to eat the wolf.
30 seconds.
See if you can get it. They're baiting him. It expires right in front of his face. But here we have it. Game 1. Liquid up against Alliance. Insania playing that Chen. Nico Baby on the Doom. We've got ourselves a Boxy Centaur and FNG Disruptor all down bottom with a Tiger Rubik. Lots of heroes converging into this Radiant jungle. Alliance still holding that high ground, waiting for anyone to come up the ramp. Nobody shows.
The battle
Spot Nico Baby, but they'll just herd him back to the lane. Double Bounty Rune down bottom for Alliance, and double top, for Liquid. Double top for Alliance, as Hunscan Shadow Demon, S for Mars, then mid lane TA against the Mickey Queen of Pain, and it looks like Insania is going to take the long walk top to help out Koikva's Lycan.
Rubik usually likes to be in 1 versus 1 scenario against the other support, but not against someone like Bane or Disruptor. Like, he loses that battle. Thunderstrike, just too good of a spell. 4 strikes of 45 damage. Jesus, that's 180 damage plus extra slow.
Look at mid lane, they've already got a sentry down. No meld to dodge the Shadow Strike, so Limp goes Sideblades level 1, picks up the Refraction, and already 3-1 CS against the Queen of Pain's 0. Limp starting that lane domination very early on.
Yeah, Mika just focusing on harassing, doesn't care about CS. Okay, here's one. You gotta start somewhere.
Oh, Limp with a deny.
Stay at 1. Olymp just plays this hero too well. He yesterday killed Nisha's Storm. He was level 2 or level 3.
In that top lane, he got the courier snipe, but 5 stacks of poison, first blood spill. He came in round the back with a stolen range creep, snipes S4's courier, but still gives his life in the exchange. Back to mid lane, and Mickey forced to salve these side blade spills. Limp, so very good, as he solo killed Nisha's Storm in the series yesterday, just off of side blades. You know, he's absolutely a god, predicting where people are going to move. Centaur currently 10-1. Doom with that Devour is going to accelerate his farm a little bit.
I guess he's just waiting for level 3, then get the next creep.
Like he will move over to the Wild Wing. Get up.
So they get the extra 3 bonus armor, and they get this useless spell called Tornado. Like, you never see someone trying to use it when they're playing Doom.
60% of his mana pool, and he has to... Oh, Centaur Stomp with that Rubik Telekinesis on FNG. He's trying to play a little too aggressively there, and Bonksy will find that kill in the bottom lane. You still have to stand still with Tornado, right?
Yes.
I don't know if I had a dream about it, but I thought they'd like changing it so he could cast Tornado and then move around, because it is so worthless when Doom's standing still doing nothing.
The good thing about it is it's undispellable. Wow.
Ooh. Wow.
Whoa. It doesn't even say, when you go over, it doesn't even say how much damage it does. Max duration 40 seconds, that's it. Like, it's just...
Oh, what a...
Is it like a static storm where the damage increases? I have no idea.
Oh, Limp mid.
Like, I just know it's annoying mid.
Still looking for that takedown on Mickey. 9-0 Queen of Pain. Templar Assassin at 21-10. Tripling up the CS and denies. My goodness, Limp is really showing his worth in that mid lane. Even with the sentry ward early on, Mickey's having a few struggles there. So Alliance looking good across all 3 of their lanes. Doom farming very well. Mars up at top is also having a pretty good time. S4 contesting this wave drag across by Insania. So scared of this Queen of Pain. She's miles away from bottle, has to buy mangoes and salves. Meanwhile, the double Wraithband Limp with a haste rune now. He's thinking about what he wants to do with it. 4 minutes and 20 seconds in, picks it up. Straight back into mid lane. This is going to shut the Quap completely out. Look at that, nice sideblade splash twice off the range creep.
It just wants to make her blink.
There's a blink.
Courier.
Is it 1 hit? Down it goes.
I'm not gonna try to guess like the matchup when Limp is playing TA. Like, I'm pretty sure it should not happen. I've seen like Storm Spirit killing Templar Assassins a couple of times, and he just destroyed Storm Spirit. Now he's destroying Queen of Pain.
Really annihilating his lane opponents. Liquid got a good amount of chip damage there. Harassment onto the Shadow Demon and Mars, but they've got plenty of regen to come back into the lane. If we look at Hanskin's item build, double Sage's Mask will cost. Shadow Demon going Necro?
Nah, it's just for the regeneration early on. Like, you get to do extra. I want to see his natural regen when the clarity is out. It's the best item. Gary, I've said it a couple of times. Best early game item, you can get 1 mana regen per second for 225 gold. So it's 3.5 per second with
Man, remember when
2 Sage's Mask. Whew.
Yeah, it used to cost 325. Nice bit of discount there on the old Sage's Mask. Lycan is going for the Necro Book. About halfway towards the recipe now for Koikva. And that's what Liquid are kind of aiming towards. That timing around the Lycan. Queen of Pain now has Sonic Wave, hits level 6. Insania's rotated mid. Limp is just going to turn and fight, looking to sideblade off of the creeps. Now they've brought in Tiger. dragging him across the map, trying to focus down this TA and the Sonic Wave with the damage over onto Limp, trying to bring him down. Deny coming. FNG, he gets it. Denies the TA in the middle of all that.
So they use a lot of resources, a lot of mana, expended Queen of Pain Sonic Wave to try to grab a kill, and FNG just casually denies him.
Hans can pick off that Koik for Lycan top. So a lot of resources, like you're saying, expended mid. Looks like now Liquid kind of 3 heroes off the map. Rubik has to go home. The Queen of Pain finally gets her bottle, regenning up, and does return to lane. But Chen, you know he's got the long walk top lane, and Koik first sent back to the fountain. It is a really rough start here for Team Liquid. None of their lanes
Mick
going
is dead.
well. Oh my goodness.
My blades and my mind are as
What's the net worth difference? He has double the amount of CS. 2.6 against 1.4.
There will be
It's pretty much double net worth difference. So the only lane that's going decently for Liquid is this boxy Centaur bottom. He's got treads up, he's about to hit level 6. They do lift up and stomp the Doom. Nico baby, they bolt it down. He's got the 1 charges that he's popped, but the Stampede forward will secure them the kill on that position 1.
That's a big kill. Killing Doom with the first Stampede, and they're just slowing them down. All these heroes really flash farm, like Lycan, Doom, TA. Yeah, I'm just wondering who's gonna take the first Roche. It's a very important question here. Both of the teams really rely on having that Aegis.
I think it feels like Liquid are the ones, you know, now kind of scrambling for any kind of momentum.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Templar Assassin, what's she got? Is that Treads almost done? Oh, it is. Treads completed now. 0.3k net worth on Limp. Spectacular start for your TA. Queen of Pain doesn't even have boots. Barely finishing off a null tally. So now, usually Lycan kind of goes back into the jungle, gets that Necro unit, and flash farm is up to Necro 3. Then they start to look for that push into tier 1s. Bottom lane, they doom the Centaur. Glimpse him back. Held in the kinetic field, but doesn't look like they've got quite enough damage to bring him down. Tiger with a body block, safeguarding his position 3. Mickey does rotate here with a double damage rune, Queen of Pain. Nico Baby's back to full HP, and FNG's not showing himself.
So first Doom usage, they don't get anything out of that. Lycan, as you said, jungling and still farming the way, but he needs to be careful about being in the lane. Once you get that Necrobook, Shapeshift is on, you might try to score 1 extra hero. Oh, he gets Iron Talon.
Oh, that's real nice.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see if Koikfa decides to clear out these last couple of camps in his jungle and swing down bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I feel like he can really shove up top anymore. Dania, given a little bit of space to try and get to that level 6. He is closing pretty quickly in towards the mech. Outposts both being grabbed up by the Dire team. That's pretty massive here. Koikfa's going to try and take down Hanskin top. Disruption buys the Shadow Demon a little bit of time. They got the outpost, but the shapeshift coming in means Wolves and Necro units will chase down the Shadow Demon, and now Koikfa's looking for S4. Bounty
He's just
rune
going
gonna
for
be
the
grabbed
rune.
up. Yeah. Easy rune grab.
So this is what you want to get. First kill. I mean, kill for yourself when Shapeshift is on. Insania still level 5, but has 3 very good creeps. You have Alpha Wolf for some extra damage. You have 2 stuns, so you can set things up.
Dire's top tower is under
Interesting to me that Insania chooses to go Arcane Boots. I've seen a lot of Chens go no boots, rush into the mech as quickly as possible. What do you think the reason is here to buy the Arcanes first?
tower is under attack.
That's a good question. I don't have the answer, Gary. I would prefer...
I was hoping you would say his team needs mana.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I could have gotten away with that one, but like every team needs mana.
Every team does need mana. Good little pick up there from Liquid. Again, coming down bottom lane, claiming a bit of this Radiant jungle, putting pressure on Nico Baby so he doesn't feel safe farming around his tier 1. Alliance not going to be defending though.
Radiant's bottom
No
tower
TPs
is
coming
under
in.
attack.
Limp TA still wants to continue farming. Oh, maybe not. I was kind of expecting the Deso again, but you know, I'm a bit slow, I'm a bit stupid. He has been going blink in all these games as the fight breaks out bottom. Here come the TPs. Alliance defending as the Static Storm kind of misses, but FNG glimpses the Centaur back in, and they've caught out Bo3. S4 is going to throw all of his spells, you know, God's Rebuke and Mars Arena.
The Radiant's middle
Or was that a Rubik stolen one?
It was. TA still chasing. Blink ready in a second.
There's a Sonic Wave, Nico Baby a couple of hits away from death, finally falling. There's Limp's TA going for the backstab with that Blink Dagger. Fade Bolt there, half HP, Templar Assassin, Insane is still giving chase. I don't know if they want to continue with this, but the Shapeshift Lycan coming through. It looks like they want to commit, try and take down Limp. The Spear catches Queen of Pain, she's being blown up. One more hit from Limp will do the trick, but Koikva gets the trade back as Lycan shapeshifted up from the Necro units. He wants FNG and S4. Tiger, no telekinesis. He's got a Fade Bolt in 2 seconds, gonna steal out a kinetic field, but it'll just be the summons from Lycan. Take down the Disruptor. Koikva's rotation paying off beautifully and converting it into a tier 1 for Tiger.
tower has fallen.
So they are just keeping the momentum going. Very nice rotation from Team Liquid. Just bringing in the numbers. Hanskin farming on the top lane. He'll get the tower. Queen of Pain might TP top just to try to defend it. But against the disruption, and it's gonna take him like 4 more hits to actually kill the tower. 3, 4, yes it is. Man, I'm so good at predicting stuff.
Beautifully done.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, that Mars ulti from Tiger, the arena from Rubik, is a little difficult for my old man eyes to see who's throwing out these spells sometimes. But that was able to, or it allowed Liquid to reset the fight, fall back, get Koik for that TP in to turn things around. It bought them so much time because Alliance couldn't get away from their tier 1 and give chase, as their lineup really is built to do, catching out Tiger at that bottom rune spot. Limp with a Blink Dagger, making short work of the Rubik.
And this is the timing where Team Liquid wants to take a fight. Like, you would want to have an item on Queen of Pain. Okay, she's gonna be fine, you know, deal damage, try to farm up. Her laning stage was atrocious. Limp just dumpstered him. And yeah, Lycan with the Necro 3 right now. They have Chen, Hand of God. They have no mech, but it's coming out in the next 500 gold. So all these small pieces coming together. Centaur, that's a blank. Yeah, so the itemization timing of Team Liquid is really on point.
Where they can start to make their move, but FNG, Static Storm, the Queen of Pain, trapped in the kinetic field for a little bit. They need the Doom. Nico Baby throws it in. Mickey gonna have his 3rd death of the game here. As Alliance bring 4 heroes top, even though there's no tier 1 to claim, they wanted that kill on Queen of Pain.
Queen of Pain is not that high level, so in 30 seconds she's gonna be out, which means no Doom, no Static Storm. They even used
Already.
Demonic Purge, man. 3 long cooldown ultis just to secure kill on Mickey.
Queen of Pain up in 10 seconds, and you can see the smoke from Tiger and Boxy. They're already making that move. TA traps all around this jungle though, scouting out the maneuver. Deep observer from Tiger, trying to scout out where Alliance are lurking, because this tier 1 mid, heavy pressure from Lycan and Chen, just committing the summons, not showing any heroes on the map except Boxy, who walks into the creep wave, dragging it out to try and speed up that objective take in the mid lane.
Radiant's middle tower does fall our scanning.
Bounty rune spawning, Queen of Pain back in the jungle just farming away. Very casual like.
Now with the Necro 3 online, you can get rid of the traps, you can get rid of the wards. There's 1 ward
Tribute.
on the high ground in their own jungle, and that's all for Alliance. It's very hard. Does this sentry? Yeah, this sentry actually can see it, so they're gonna kill it. Alliance is playing without vision right now. They're smoking.
Yeah, they need to reclaim control somewhere. Doom is up on top. He's got 1 observer ward there for him in the lane. Doesn't feel safe as the rest of his squad down south hunting for Koikva. Wolves and Necro units shove out the way very safely. Wonder, do they know the Wolves are coming? S4 has shown himself. Mika's Queen of Pain was also there, in that bottom right-hand corner of the map.
Ready to die.
Lycan has just forced all of Alliance down bottom. A lot of free farm time now for Tiger up top. Chen gets a bit of a push mid. There's all space for Queen of Pain to catch up, right? She's been given all of this room in the kind of back end of the map. Another smoke, Rubik and Centaur. Where are they heading? Catch out someone
Radiant are scanning.
in this top lane, as Nico Baby will show, but it's FNG, the easier target that they probably want to go on. Oh, the Blink Stomp, it just about connects. They lift up the Doom and focus in with the Lycan. In comes the Shapeshift, but the Static Storm down. Boxy, the return Static Storm is going to stop S4 from getting any spells off. And finally, the Arena of Blood does arrive as a glimpse back. The Sonic Wave, perfect. Mickey, he gets a lot of damage in, but no kills until Shadow Demon falls. The disruption bought a bit of time for the Doom, but Lycan charges forward, clears up 2. Limp now in trouble, isolated, no team to save him. S4 tries to push them back, but a Stomp from Boxy will secure the kill as the refraction from Tiger. The right clicks into S4, and the dive from Liquid clearing through 4 Alliance heroes and a courier.
Team Liquid is having a very nice momentum here. All these items connecting together. You have Lycan, a lot of overtime damage. Like Templar Assassin really struggles. They don't have the hero with overtime damage besides Shadow Strike. But there's a ton of units that can just take off the refraction, and she does not have a defensive item yet. They slowed her down very nicely.
Koikwa. Yeah,
he has no boots. Yeah, just doom him.
And Demonic Purge. And that will be the end of the Lycan. No deny coming this time.
See you in the 7 hells.
Vambrace for Boxy. Glimpsed back. FNG trying to make all the plays here. Limp jumps in, but they don't have that additional stun. Infernal Blade and War Stomp just a little bit too far away.
If they had Deso on a T8, they would have gone into Roche Pit with it, but no Deso means no Roche. Others really don't deal any kind of damage to Roche. Nico Baby, item build, just a casual plate mail going for Shiva's Guard. Okay, I guess he just wants to provide the vision for his team. And Blinken slow them down, have some AoE. He was probably thinking about getting Radiance at one point. But
like
you need items like right here, right now.
S4 going back into the Blink after Vlad's now. 700 gold away from it. Boxy jumps mid. Hanskin getting stomped up. A very quick kill. Liquid, so speedy.
Yeah, Liquid can get Roche for themselves right now. They know there's no Doom for a minute, so just run straight into it.
Stomping him up. Asania gets the chain stuns here, and they're TPing Queen of Pain to try and find the kill. Does she have Yules yet? She does, so cancels the TP. S4 getting picked off. He went to try and grab the outpost. It looks like TA is going to try and grab the bottom one, but S4 is going to give his life up top, forcing Liquid at least to move across the map, and the outposts do go 1-1.
You want to take away Roche from TA lineup. You do not want to give her the snowball potential. Lycan just plate mail away. 1000 gold from full AC. Get that Roche. Double damage on Queen of Pain, still running. They're really taking their time with this one.
Yeah, they're thinking about it. Now they come in with the Chen creeps. Okay. Popping that Lincoln's. Centaur stomps, hold the Roche in place. Looks like Alliance are going to try and take that bottom tier 1. Radiant do scan the Roche Pit. They know that Liquid are going to be in there.
Almighty money.
So Alliance just smoked behind TA. Try to protect her. See if anyone TPs. That would be an easy kill for them.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
If Lamp continues for tier 2 tower, I believe Liquid will know something is up.
While that Roche was going down, a massive wave being built up by Tiger as he pushes out top. So Liquid, not bothered about the bot lane, they just group up and now they start to play off the high ground between that top and mid tier 2 tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alliance
Radiant structures
falling into a little bit of a trap here, thinking that Liquid are going to come back and defend. Yes, they get 2 objectives, and that's a nice little bit of gold in their pockets.
Alep will just continue. He has Deso, Refraction.
Queen of Pain. Aggressive jump in with that haste rune. They've got the sets up with the Static Storm down though as that Mars ulti catches a couple. A Sonic Wave blowing up S4 as the Rubik Mars ulti arrives and catches out 2. Limp turns the Black Tiger trying to blow up the Rubik, but it's not quite enough. This Lycan is just running straight through the fight, shredding every Alliance hero one by one. 3 heroes dropped. And now you're down to FNG and Limp to defend the base with no buybacks here. Alliance could be losing a lane of barracks.
They're very strong at the moment. Man, Mickey had such a great recovery. He's 8-0 from the last time, and he's not stopping, going for a kill on FNG. Just buying some, man, the damage coming out from Team Liquid.
It's insane. And this is that overwhelming game plan. That's that tempo where even if all 3 of their lanes go badly, they're waiting for very key specific item timings. Lycan with a Necro gets him to Necro 3 pretty quickly. Boxy Centaur with a Blink Dagger just moving around with Tiger. The first 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so was just Centaur and Rubik running around the map finding kill after kill.
Now they're getting the next set of items. Full AC finished on Lycan. Centaur will get Heaven's Halberd, so it's going to be very hard for Templar Assassin to take a fight. You don't have BKB yet. Guardian Greaves on Chen. And Queen of Pain's also gonna get another item, or half an item.
Shiva's God coming up. Like, what has Doom done this game? He has devoured creeps. He's like doomed the Lycan once. It just hasn't felt like that. That last pick for Alliance has really given them much impact.
Yeah, have to agree. When I saw it, I was like, what's going on? Are they running out of time? Did they misclick?
I don't know. I mean, you didn't believe in it. You didn't think it was worthy of that last pick, and it seems Liquid are proving that point pretty clearly. Warming into the Radiant jungle now. Alliance are going to have to consistently push out that top wave.
You can't use Doom on her.
They do catch the Queen of Pain, but Mickey just blinks away. Somehow, there's no tree there for the spear to grab, but it glips back into the kinetic field. But she uses herself up and now blinks aggressively in. The Shadow Demon Disruption does buy a little bit of time here, saving Nico Baby, but he's trapped inside. The Rubik and Mars ulti again, never been out of blood. Beautifully placed. Now the Stampede in towards S4, stomp onto 2. Liquid execution is gorgeous here from them. As the Static Storm will keep a couple of heroes held in there with the kinetic field, but FNG doesn't have the backing of his team. There's no follow through from Alliance, and now a buyback from the Doom. He's already dropping low. Mickey blinks in aggressively again, but Liquid just gonna have to reset and fall back up the ramp. Hold that high ground as they TP home. I think Insania is going to walk back in. He's going to get glimpsed back in. He is the sacrifice here. One hero is all Alliance will get as the rest of Liquid TPing out. Yes, Lycan makes it home.
Oh god, Taiga. He already TP'd out and Chen recalled him, so he's pretty dead. There was a buyback from Nico Baby. They didn't lose Aegis in that fight. Still minute. There's not going to be good usage of Aegis. It's gonna expire for the next fight.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good.
Full Shiva's Guard now completed on Queen of Pain. So even better vision in a team fight. Both of the teams have Shiva's Guard 25 minutes in. That's a very rare thing to see.
Yeah, very early Shiva's Guard, but I honestly didn't realize Tiger had been recalled back in there. I thought really it was just be the Insania Chen going down. Not ideal, but still, Alliance able to get out on the map.
Yeah, I think Taiga typed minus disable help when he saw the rest of the team is bailing. Like, dude, please don't do it.
Very tight grouping here from Alliance now. Man, every time I see FNG, I just want to say Gambit.
Radiant are scared.
Gambit grouping up. They're pinging out Koikfa. Oh, Koikfa. Is he gonna get found here? The smoke pops. Shiva's Guard gives vision, and there's the spear. trapping the Lycan in the trees.
Radiant's bottom
Liquid with no response to that. He was doing a pretty good job, you know, pushing out this bottom wave, but finally a decisive move by Alliance, finding a kill.
It's a good kill. Worth a lot of gold, but you still can't make anything happen. 37 seconds without Lycan. You might try to go for tier 2 tower. By the time you get there, they still have a glyph, and they can defend it. I mean, there's tier 1 tower on the mid lane. What am I talking about? I can't believe that PA didn't kill it for 26 minutes.
Arena of Blood from S4. Trapping Boxy inside, but in comes the Queen of Pain. Sonic Wave onto 3 heroes, pushing them all back and away, saving the Centaur. And that's 2 big ultis from Alliance, expended for no kills and no tower.
Chen had to pop Guardian Greaves and Hand of God, so that's kind of worth it. When you think about Lycan as a hero, like when he hits his peak, it's very hard to judge, depending on the rest of his team. He can scale, like you get BKB, you get Abyssal Blade after that, so you're still gonna be the strongest hero in the game for a very long time.
I'm going. Keep Lycan in this position of power. Quickening Charm on Koikva.
Dire are
Scanning down bottom tier 2 as well, but there's no one here from Alliance. Looks like Radiant Observer Ward will be able to spot out the Lycan, but the rest of Liquid very forward, advancing and looking for anyone lurking here. Very good deep Observer Wards as well from Tiger.
Radiant's
Trying to
bottom
give that
tower
consistent
is under
vision.
attack. Dire's
The Alliance are
middle
still
tower is
angling
under
for that
attack.
tier 1 mid. No TA here though. So Mickey, he just jumped straight onto S4. That's like half his HP gone. They do get the Doom onto the Queen of Pain, but the rest come in with a Boxy 2-man stomp. The Static Storm's there from FNG. He gets his spells off before dying, but Limp finally arriving, blowing through Boxy. Mickey does get out of the Doom and he's stampeding away, and the chase is on. S4 throws the Arena of Blood yet again defensively. Alliance just running to the wind, but the Yule's up, catching that Shadow Demon, stopping the TP, and stomping him up. Tiger has stolen War Stomp.
I've never seen that before.
No, me neither.
So he eats a creep, uses it, and then you steal it. Now Taiga, now they have 2 centaurs. Boxy
3.
and this budget one. Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower
I got Chen's one as well. So now you've got Blink Stomp, and then another Stomp. So many chain stuns here for Team Liquid to utilize. And they're on the high ground again. They've already glyphed up. This tier 3 is melting. So quickly demolished. And 3 heroes still dead for Alliance. Doom still for 20 seconds. That's a full lane of barracks, and nothing here Alliance can do to stop it. Glimpse back on Lycan. Kinetic Field. Yeah, it will trap him in place.
Shapeshift is ready.
Yeah, Queen of Pain just kind of bodyguarding everyone as they do fall back, and that's Lycan's BKB arriving now. So if he was having good fights before, it's only going to get battered for Liquid. Alliance still trying to track back, catch anyone on the retreat. They need a glimpse. They need TA traps to give Vision something here to allow them to maybe grab a target, but there's no one. Nobody showing. And in they come again. Liquid, straight onto FNG. The BKB from Queen of Pain means the Static Storm is worthless. FNG blown up, and a Sonic Wave going to try and catch out the Shadow Demon in the back. They've taken out the 2 supports. Self-disruption there as the Arena of Blood. It does hold that Rubik in place, but it's Liquid just sprinting in circles. Absolutely annihilating Alliance and forcing them to buy back on 3 heroes.
They can't take a fight anymore. It's do or die for Alliance. One more fight, and if they lose it, the game just ends. Roche will respawn in a minute and 20 seconds, sadly for Alliance. He's not spawning that quickly. And Team Liquid, they got some really nice tier 2, tier 3 item drops.
They've got FNG again. Boxy with his blink stomp, so beautifully placed. Insania has a ton of armor, so that melt strike, yes, it takes him to like half HP, but a disarm onto Limp, he can't finish off anybody. The TA is isolated, still dealing with the Chen, but the Doom has fallen. The rest of Liquid have focused down the big key targets, and now Limp is turned on and demolished. He has buyback on a TA, but Alliance, I think this is game over. They call it.
They do. We've seen this yesterday when Team Secret was playing against Alliance, where Lemp tries to Chen, but Papi's Chen was having a blast in that game, stacking the armor, so he could not kill him. Like, he needed...
FY, he's found himself No-Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No-Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No-Tail as Zame comes in for the kill secure.
And I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early. So I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for like the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
I mean, yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage in the fight. One of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
HyperX did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm just going to this here.
Got to be careful who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax. He's going out on his own. He doesn't expect Zame to have this invis rune. As Zame will show himself. Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing around rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, will find X-Nova.
Sep, and as well. Between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Sep.
There's no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He is toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees, he's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level the PL.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Creeps. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because HyperX doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those blink calls out as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, full I've Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for the ages to expire.
Seb, he's in, gets the call, the character's putting in FY, there with the snowball save. He's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Seb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel them. Seb held back for now. Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson is running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the stride, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in this series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Centauran creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The blood bright silence connects. He's got the Manta back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. And X-Nova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. You're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, X-Nova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wars that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen as the mid-racks are exposed. PSG, LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of racks. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Arme. The triple buybacks now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the three of them knocks them back. But Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PL army's on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top racks. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already going, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close the Brew is at 25.
So close.
With that time will split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball, he turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail, FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary, scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I give an edge in this team fight. The LGD are been gold, but no blood take up to 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. They give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Rosh right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be out. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right? It was up to 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7. Same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon disc on Jeremy, so protected in O. DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X-Blade Mail Call if he finds him, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
It's just all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the smoke, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled. But
He's in the trees, they're on the high ground, they've got the beam, the team is covered, Anna's on his way over.
Man, the Doombringer last pick, still not sure about what was going on.
Maybe they were like, we need someone to come online fast, carry the auras for the team, but it was only guard.
So that's really all he had. Now, potentially a different story. Death Prophet, Nature's Prophet, and Shadow Demon being banned out there by Alliance. Get ourselves into the draft for game 2. Do you reckon maybe we see a Lycan ban in this first phase?
It's a possibility. You see that OG is banning out Lycan most of the time. They don't want a hero that messes up with their timings. Pretty much the same bans besides Shadow Demon.
We might see that Lone Druid left in the pool. That's a hero that Liquid very happy to pick up. I mean, any given game for Koikfa still gives them that really strong pushing strength. Koikfa's kind of feels like Koikfa stepped up as a player in the past year or so.
Oh,
Looked much better as a team player in particular. You know, he used to be playing these very farm heavy heroes. His Invoker was one of his specialties, where he would kind of try and solo the game. Now he's much more kind of team oriented, it feels like.
I mean, Koikfa had some good performances before, but right now it just feels like this is his home. He feels very comfortable. The whole squad just looks like a bunch of dudes that are friends and getting along together, and why the results are good.
Happy family.
Yeah.
Pain being taken out, one of FNG's specials, and the Queen of Pain actually making her way into that first phase of bans. You still have heroes like Grimstroke, Chen, Phoenix as well. Liquid snapped that one immediately, and it looks like both teams pretty on the board with what they want straight off the bat. Enchantress, Earthshaker.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead, Gary, say it.
No.
Now go.
Say it. Am I going to say taking a leaf out of OG's book?
Yeah.
Is that what you were waiting for?
Yep. It's just what OG is doing with these two heroes. I mean, it can be paired up with a third one and just run a tri-lane. And Earthshaker as a hero just feels so good at the moment. You're getting free gold. You don't need items on this hero. You just need a Blink Dagger. Tranquil Boots, Magic Stick, you're good to go. You get one neutral item that gives you either stats or mana regen or anything, and you're gonna farm up Dagger in like 14-17 minutes. So Team Liquid with the classic opener, Phoenix and Axe. A lot of team fight potential. You have a guaranteed lockdown. You have ways of protecting the egg. Damage in the laning stage over time, being pain in the ass. It's really the classic already.
Yeah, superb opener. Also, the Phoenix first pick, Alliance seemed to be pretty happy going into Enchantress Earthshaker, but Phoenix with all the magic damage, but I think primarily the kind of AoE damage over time potentially stopping that Earthshaker blink with Supernova. Axe with that protection you mentioned as well, to try and keep the openers from both sides look pretty team fight oriented. I'm excited to see how Alliance utilize this Earthshaker Enchantress though. OG have looked very good with that kind of floating duo of supports where they're potentially playing the tri-lane that you talked about, but also swinging into mid lane, looking for kill threat there to try and get an advantage And Enchantress pretty happy just to TP to a lane, die a couple of times, and give one of the core heroes that consistent staying power in the lane.
Sounds like a perfect FNG hero if you're asking me.
Yep. Sure it does.
5 seconds remaining.
Out goes the Beastmaster.
Alliances.
Alliance
turn to
take out
pick.
Lycan, so he does get removed.
Turn to pick.
Batrider for Alliance. We see this hero banned a lot first or second phase. Very difficult hero to handle in the laning stage. You kind of have to pick someone that can lane against it. Also very good at cutting waves or stopping people from cutting waves.
It's also a hero that Alliance plays in the mid lane, if needed.
True.
5 seconds.
So what do you want to get here?
Flexibility.
You want to get the carry that doesn't care about Batrider in the laning stage, Phantom Lancer, Weaver, Lifestealer, Juggernaut.
Alliances turn to pick.
Grimstroke.
We're going to round out their support duo there, so it looks like Tiger Phoenix, Insania, Grimstroke. So these team fights, this trio of heroes is going to be roaming around the map looking for kills, constantly hunting people down.
It's such a strong combo, and people realize how to play Grimstroke, how to utilize it to full potential. You just max out the Inkswell and then lower the cooldown on it and play with any initiation hero. So you pop it on him, it's a very, very strong combo. Anything with a blink, precast it, he goes in. Like, you don't focus him, you can't just really, jump on top of it. But what you can do here is just dispel it with the enchant, which is pretty damn good.
True. Grim into Enchantress.
Usually it's the other way around. You build Enchantress against the Grimstroke.
Fourth pick for Alliance. Do they want to keep this Batrider flexible still? Like, it would mean picking up, potentially the Nico Baby hero right here, right now. Don't have great ways of dealing with Supernova at the moment.
I would love to see it.
Someone with
Aggressive tri-lane from Alliance. Batrider is the hero that can be left alone. You can cut the waves. There's always stuff you can do with the Batrider.
Could you just steal the trio from OG? Just go Luna now as
You could. Nothing wrong about it.
Morphling.
Will be a Nico Baby hero. Morphling grabbed up, so they are keeping that Batrider open between S4 and Limp. Phoenix, pretty good Spirit Vessel purchaser. But Liquid will always have that.
Turn to ban.
Weaver, you mentioned.
They're very, very limited on the lockdown for Weaver. So it's a core Weaver position 1.
And now you've got Grimstroke Weaver combo with Shukuchi Inkswell. Axe Phoenix in that dual lane. A lot of damage over time. It's not just about Shukuchi and Inkswell, it's also about Swarm and the Phantom. You can't kill it. Like, it's gonna be so annoying to play against it in the mid game. Those little things stuck on your body. The only one who can kill this is Ursa with Overpower. No one wants to pick Ursa. So it looks like Liquid aiming for that for last. But they put Mickey Weaver in the... Oh, maybe they could still go for like Koik for Lone Druid though, right? They could, yeah. Right now they don't have any tower damage. It's also a great Storm Spirit game. I'm feeling Puck for Alliance. They need some kind of a silence coming out from the mid lane. Yule Scepter Builder against Axe. It could work. And you want some space creator, some kind of tempo to play with Earthshaker and Batrider early on. Give Morphling a bit more free time to farm up that E-Blade. Yeah, it's banning the TA. That says Puck to me. And for Liquid, what if they just ban the Puck then? I mean, Alliance will have to think of a different hero, Gary. It's that simple. Simple answers for simple questions. That's what we like.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I would just love to see some kind of control. Grimstroke and Phoenix, they have no defensive abilities. It's just gonna be Lone Druid.
Choose your
There it comes. Necro.
They already know. They were prepared for this Lone Druid pick.
Last pick for Alliance. Limp Necro, so it is the Nico Baby Morph and S4 Bat Rider. Liquid, again with a lot of chasing power here and the ability to gap close onto heroes. Not a massive amount of nuke damage to kind of burn through the Ghost Shroud or Nico Baby. All of that attribute shift into strength.
Yeah, no burst damage whatsoever.
Again, honestly.
They have no magical damage. Taiga needs to have a very good game. Timing on that Spirit Vessel against Necro, against the Morphling. Welcome back, Gary.
God damn it, I think Discord's having a few issues. I can see your mouth moving in our call, but I can't.
Yeah, I'm in.
There we go. Nice.
I rejoined. Discord has been, not working so well lately. A lot of people using it.
I mean, Dota 2 as well. We've had some issues. Like, I mean, everyone's using the internet too much. Everyone's at home. Servers are overloaded. But there we go. Game 2 draft ready. Good. Take on Alliance here. Liquid 1-0 up in this best of 3, and we're in the lower bracket. This is round 2 of the OGA Dota Pit 2020 online for Europe and CIS. Liquid had to defeat Fly to Moon in that first round of lower bracket. They did that 2-1. Alliance in that close-fought series against Secret in the upper bracket, a 2-0 loss there. I don't know if it's dampened their spirits or they've lost, but find out if they can swing things around here. They desperately a win. Stroke for Insania, leading the charge there for his squad, and there's the Limp Necro. We've seen Nico Baby grab this hero. They are swapping around a little bit to get ourselves underway.
No idea.
It's going to be very interesting to see how this game unfolds. You have Necro and Morphling. If they get a very good early game, they could easily take over. But it's also a 3v game. Like, this is the hero not to be underestimated.
That was costly.
What's Mickey saying? Giving each other the tips. Not sure what he's saying. Maybe he's talking about the last hit battle in the previous game where he was Queen of Pain against TA. Liquid. Boxy up top on that axe. For now, it looks like he will be against the S4 Bat Rider. So probably Axe going to be cutting waves. Bat Rider trying to farm under the tower.
I see. They're bilingual, trilingual. Insania asked him, Tishtos Dela last game. Well, what did you do last game?
Yeah. Tying Phoenix up here.
And FNG was flaming him in Swedish, or just general flaming. I know what fitafan means in Swedish. What fan should mean something similar.
That's definitely not kind words.
The battle begins.
It's just a friendly banter between these two teams.
Absolutely is. FNG gonna take the bounty rune as Koikva tried to steal it with the bear. We've got ourselves the Insania Grimstroke Mickey Weaver up against Hansken Earthshaker blocking the wave. Nico Baby Morphlings down here with the FNG Enchantress, so it will be an aggressive tri-lane for Alliance into this dual lane from Liquid. Mid lane Limp Necro against the Koikva Lone Druid, who actually drags his wave. Seen Necro in these 1v1 matchups. I think Ember Spirit is probably the most devastating one, where he just annihilates the lane, so you have to do these wave drag backs. I assume Koikva feels it's the same story here against the Lone Druid.
A bear level 1 is not that strong, just 20 damage, and he wants the full wave for himself. He does it very, very nicely. And you can also deny creeps from Necro. He's at least getting the XP from it.
Limp comes in. Good amount of damage bottom lane though. FNG dropping very low. In here with the level 1 Inkswell, pairing up with the Shikuchi. pressure, even in a 2 versus 3. Do you think
this
should bring the
move
Phoenix here?
You thought you had me, didn't you?
They should. Like, but then you have Bo3. Bo3 needs the creep skip. You can't lane against the Batrider. You need to have level 2. He needs to TP out, man. This damage, 8 stacks of napalm.
Insania being dived a little bit bottom. Skeletons chasing him as that Dark Troll from FNG putting in work. So dive forward. Good amount of damage there, but Inkswell bottom. Trying to catch out Nico
Nika's
Baby.
dead.
Okay, he's got stick charges, but he gets the first blood on Nico Baby. Now he's looking for the bonus kill. Oh, level 2 Weaver with that Gemini attack Shikuchi. Beautifully played. So close, on the edge there. Mickey very nearly dead. But again, this 2 versus 3. Liquid outplaying their opponents.
I was afraid I play a lot of Weaver, and I know if I misuse my Shikuchi, I'm dead. You know, it's the same as Pangolier at the early levels. 20 seconds on Swashbuckle. You position yourself badly, that means you're dead. You have no way out, but his Shikuchi just got ready. Okay, so it's pretty nice start for Team Liquid. Now, Bo3 will start the creep cut, and Taiga doesn't have a space in this game if Bo3 is just creep cutting, so he needs to rotate to the bottom.
Inkswell, Shikuchi again onto FNG. Mickey pumping the damage forward. They turn towards Insania. They get the kill, but a 1-for-1 trade still feels pretty good as Mickey pressuring Nico Baby, continually applying that damage.
I believe that's 2 raid bans already, plus a full magic one coming out on Mickey. He also bought something in the base. Yeah, it's a full raid band. Another man. This is a disaster. Like Weaver, she's gonna have 80 damage with Geminate attack, level 4 already.
But Nico Baby's nearly dead. Might actually fall. Has to pop the 1 there as Mickey dives under the tier 1. Stroke of Fate not going to connect from Insania. But the pressure is mounting. And Hanskin Earthshaker with FNG Enchantress, they've really got a lot of work to do now to turn the tides of this bottom lane. Pop, you were right. Bo3 is just going to be creep cutting here, gathering up his waves, farming into neutral camps, and Phoenix putting pressure onto S4.
Taiga keeping dive in case he feels threatened, just using fire spirits every single time they're up.
Okay. Sentry down from FNG. He's got another Shikuchi and 7 1 charges here as they turn towards the Earthshaker. Mickey. Oh, is he going to get away from this? Barely finding a gap between the sentries. He's so close to death.
Already on Insania.
They don't have a waveform. There's nothing there but a long-range impetus. FNG somehow finds the...
He had Shikuchi ready. Could easily just go and close the gap on Enchantress. Did not receive much damage. How much gold did he get from that? 163? What?
Yeah, not that much at all. Now Weaver returns bottom lane, full HP, full mana, ready to continue fighting aggressively with raindrops up. They actually dive forward. Taiga looking for the jump onto Hanskin. Good damage over time with a fiery spirit. Misses the 3rd one, and he's only got 1 remaining. No way to close the gap any further.
You thought you had me, didn't you?
Yes.
Dire are scattered.
And for now, it looks like mid lane going pretty well for both sides. Very even farm. Lone Druid and Necro feeding out. Koikva does have access to that medium camp, though, to accelerate his farm a little more. S4 kind of struggling, though. All of that pressure from Taiga means, you know, Bo3 is leaps and bounds ahead of this Batrider. And Axe, he can consistently cut waves. Batrider seems very reliant on that Firefly, and he doesn't have a great way of dealing with Catapult either.
I've seen Batriders putting vision in the area where Axe is farming and try to go for a kill once you're level 6. Axe can't TP out, and this is a different build from Bo3. Usually when you are creep cutting these days with Axe, you just get a bracer, phase boots into a blink dagger, but he bought the Ring of Health just to have some more sustain who's deeping out. That's actually Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix coming top. Tiger gets a ward down. Axe still going to be cutting the wave. Looks like they want to try and get up in the face of this Batrider again. Hansken, the double damage rune, is wandering up towards top lane as S4. He is looking to contest Bo3, but he's been called up inside the creep wave. Lasso's up with an enchant totem Fissure here. They'll do great damage onto Bo3, but he turns and dunks before falling. They get the kill on S4.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
No real way for Hansken to stop Tiger from escaping. Trying to give chase here. One more punch. That's all he gets in, but a nice free wave there for the Phoenix. Bonus experience and a little bit gold for him.
The mid lane pretty boring to watch. Both of these heroes just farming up.
Nico Baby waveforms away. He saw it coming with that sentry ward. But that's how afraid the Morphling is playing now, sitting at 820 HP. Forced to waveform defensively.
There's another sentry ward coming up. It's very important when you have Weaver or any invis hero to just be able to get rid of the enemy sentry wards so that Weaver can do whatever she wants.
Fissure on top. Bringing Limp in here as well for the Reaper's Scythe. Bo3 does die. So rotation in from Limp and Hansken. Take down, delaying the Blink Dagger, delaying that Axe's momentum. As FNG getting sniped down bottom lane. Pretty quick and easy kill on the Enchantress, honestly.
Now the bottom lane becomes even harder. Weaver just hit level 6.
Hansken does die. Entangling claws from Koikva. The plan for Alliance, like, does Morphling have to go top lane now and try and get the farm there? Bottom lane just doesn't feel safe at all.
Oh, he's not getting much out of the bottom lane. With the Sage Morbid Mask, you have enough sustain. But if they decide to rotate one more hero, like, you could be in trouble.
I mean, they're diving in again. Nico Baby, or they kill Tiger top, and Nico Baby bottom. Forced to waveform out again. Or getting a solo kill on the Batrider. Onto that Phoenix. Alliance finding a little bit more room in this game now.
Dire's top tower
Stealing out a
is under
stack that Axe had made for himself.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Bounty rune's coming up in about a minute now. S4 does have that bottle. Looking to try and refill it. Not looking too bad on the old net worth. Especially with Limp out there leading the charge. 4.5k on him. Well, Lone Druid starts to make his mark on the game though. Mask of Manus is done for his bear.
Yeah, someone leaves the lane, your tower is done. And Nico Baby switches from the bottom lane. He was not getting too much out of that one, while Necrolite is just farming the jungle.
Necrolite. That's a name I've not heard in a long time. S4.
Old school name.
Here comes the rotation from the bear. Lone Druid trying to give chase onto the Batrider. They're trying to Reaper Scythe down Bo3. The Flame Break pushes him back into Limp. And there we go, slammed into the ground. S4 survives as well. Alliance responding with numbers. Every time Liquid tried to make a move into this top lane, they're able to at least get a trade back.
Bottom lane.
They're chasing with that Inkswell. They connect onto FNG, giving Mika yet another kill. 4-1-1 on this Weaver.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This Axe build that he decided to go for a Ring of Health is gonna cost him a lot, actually. That's almost half the money of your Blink Dagger, and they already killed him 3 times.
He was looking exceptionally good, now delayed as a smoke from Alliance. Batrider. Brown boots, bottle, windlace. Trying to get boots of travel here, but they're backstabbing really nice towards Koikva. Fissure doesn't keep him on the wrong side, but with Echo Slam and Lasso, they'll just throw everything into the mix there. convert this into a tier 1 tower.
Yeah, freebie tower for them. And on the bottom lane, FNG is defending his tier 1 tower. Morphling should have okay time. In the next like 5 minutes, there's no burst damage. He doesn't care about Axe since he doesn't have a Blink Dagger. And there's not even Urn yet on Taiga. So Spirit Vessel and the Blink Dagger are gonna be delayed by quite some time.
And that's where Alliance can start making a little more room for Hanskin to get his Blink. 700 already saved up. Get Morphling back into the triangle in a little bit. Keep him farming. Level 11. Pushes off his Yule Scepter. He's gonna hold out on the bottom lane, try and defend against the Weaver. Mickey buying a Maelstrom as his first item. Amp up his damage quite nicely. In fact, Alliance bringing both supports down here. And as soon as Mickey sees that, he's like, cool, okay, my Observer Ward spots all 3 of you. I'm gonna go top lane, I think.
It's a mirror movement, the classic Dota. Enemy goes for your tier 1 tower, even though they are limited on the tower damage, they will take it where the Enchantress FNG just taking the outpost right now. But you can kill the creep wave without even getting to the tower.
It looked like Insania knew what was going on as well. They realized that FNG is going to come in towards mid lane, get a ward down. Lone Druid just going to swing up to the top part of the map. Keep himself farming as stacks built up by Tiger. Where's Axe sitting at now? 600 gold away from Blink. Feels like the only thing now that we're waiting for. But the fact that they do have to wait for it means it's room and space for Alliance. Yeah, Nico Baby goes into the triangle. He's got stacks made up for him. Earthshaker's farming jungle bot behind the Necro. So they've got the ability to go into the Radiant jungle and take control of that area now. S4 smoked with Boots of Travel. A very speedy bat. He's got a Windlace on top of it. Smoked up 483 move speed. But
that's without Firefly, which gives percentage-based movement speed.
Seems like Liquid are getting ready for this. Insania straight up onto the high ground to de-ward.
Liquid is waiting for Deso on Lone Druid, then they will start grouping up. They know that Morphling is not gonna have his item. They saw Ghost Scepter. That means he's going for earlier shotgun build.
Feels like both teams are biding their time for those first items to come out. We had a pretty early action-packed laning stage, kill after kill. But now, calm down a little bit. Play in the fog, hide off the map, don't show yourselves, don't give either side a target to go for. That's going to force Liquid now to smoke and make that play. They've got the blink on Axe. Get some urn charges for your Phoenix. Weaver with Maelstrom is going to be outputting a significant amount of damage here. Breaking up the staircase.
Scan connected for a second. Now they're chasing. See what's happening.
We'll get some bounty runes. But that's about it. Alliance have moved all the way across, gathering up behind their tier 1. Dire Observer Wards, a nice chain link fence for the Dire team all the way across the map. They saw this one coming. It does secure a nice...
just 400 gold away from finishing that Deso, and the Alliance, they need to do something, because I believe Liquid is just gonna continue. Tier 1, go for tier 2 on the bottom. Everyone is in the area.
Yeah, like not only did that move try and threaten kills and look for the pick-off on Morphling, for example, but it secured this nice area for Koikva to push that tier 1 and tier 2. Mickey still playing up on that high ground near the Dire Triangle, as Alliance will come and defend their tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just watching where Insania's playing, he's wrapped around real deep to get some observer wards out. Playing all alone. He's gonna walk straight into Limp's Necro. Oh, hello there. Limp's not quite sure what's going on. Like, have I walked into Limp? Or has Insania walked into me? Reaper's Scythe about to take him down, ticked by the Death Pulse and Heartstop Aurora there in the last second.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's a long ulti cooldown, expended just for the position 5, didn't get the extended timer on that. Hanskin needs to farm his Blink Dagger, getting very, very close. Just 200 gold away. The combination will be very strong for Alliance. Ethereal Blade into Reaper's Sight. So increased magic damage.
And with the 2 blinks as well, you know, it's not just the Earthshaker, but Batrider is very close to his. So they'll have that double threat initiation. Ability to immediately start a fight, blow someone up with that other combo, the E-Blade Reaper Scythe. And it looks like Liquid are going to be grouping up and trying to take these team fights, so they'll be essentially opening themselves up to that initiation. That's why they need to smoke.
Oh, check this one. Morphling morphed into Axe, picked up the illusion rune, and is cutting the waves with it. It's pretty smart.
Oh, that's really smart. Liquid's still not finding anything. A little bit demoralizing to smoke after smoke. Yes, you're making space for this lone druid, but it feels like Weaver has stalled a little bit in farm rate, just trying to keep up with his team and chasing, looking for kills. They get the blink call, catching out FNG, Enchantress position 5 is about to fall, but it's the lasso back, dragging Weaver into the combo. There's the Echo Slam, the Soul Blind does come through, but Liquid don't have the follow through. Supernova there on the high ground, zones Alliance back, but a really nice immediate pick up there. Alliance utilizing everything beautifully.
Even without Reaper Sight, they still grab a kill. But in this kind of scenario, like Weaver has enough gold to buy back, and she's not afraid to use it. Buy back, time lapse, come back into the fight, and you have enough damage to take down Roche. So that's something that Alliance needs to take a big care of. Morphling, he's just going for status resistance build. Man, Nico Baby really loves SNY Satanic on any hero.
Yeah, he really does. Yeah, just finding the Weaver there with Lasso Echo Slam, that chain stun combination. Good at picking off Mickey. Lone Druid trying to find FNG, just needs the Entangling Claws. Mickey still giving chase here. Monosphere from Koikva, and that will finish off the Enchantress.
FNG knows all the interactions. He dispelled Mask of Madness, slowed down Spirit Bear. Try to get away with a sneaky TP, but it did not work. What do you call Necrophos with the mech? Macro. I'm gonna escort myself out, Gary.
You're a breath of fresh air, Lacoste. A beautiful flower. It's been a very slow game. We need dad jokes like that.
Yes, we do. Or we need a stick to poke them. Come on, do something. 20 minutes in, only 17 kills.
There we go. Blink Lasso from S4. Catching the axe. Got the chain stuns and the blow up from Nico Baby. Alliance really finding their groove now as Limp was showing on the mid lane, and you kind of expect, oh, Necro's there. Maybe they're sitting behind him. But Alliance playing a little bit of mind games, the unexpected move. Tiger trying to get his level 12 up top. That second point in Supernova. Enchantress? The Centaur. Guard up the wave, make sure they are maintaining their lanes. What's the next timing they're looking for here as Liquid? They've got Blink Hood Axe. Basher's coming up for Lone Druid. It's that Weaver Lincoln's, you know, that defensive item on Mickey.
It's a very costly item, but he needs to grab it against the shotgun, Reaper Sight, and mostly initiation from the Batrider. Batrider's having an extremely good time. Blink Dagger, Wind Blaze, Boots of Travel. a lot of movement speed, pretty easy to catch. The problem is they also don't have any kind of save on Liquid, so if they get a good jump, that means one hero is just straight up dead.
Well, here we go again. The fourth smoke in a row from Liquid, and they finally catch a core target. Limp down to half HP, but self-fuels up. Still has the mech at 16-1 charges. He's going to turn and fight. Bo3, he's got to keep himself topped up here because the Reaper Scythe is ready to go. The E-Blade Adaptive Strike, down falls the axe, and Liquid's initiation yet again comes to nothing. Nikkei trying to Shikuchi away, but they've got the Blink Lasso. S4 continues the fight, and even with the Savage Roar Fear to push them back, they drag him across the fissure. Limp being focused down by the Bear as they've blown up Insania's Grimstroke, and Limp is still going. Death pulsing himself up, but the Supernova lands in the middle of the fight. The focus now from Alliance, though. Down goes the Pyramid, and a triple kill for Nico Baby, trying to turn it into more, but the Adaptive Strike doesn't quite land. A couple of hits from Death, a waveform, 300 gold into Nico Baby's pocket.
Gold. They might run into Roche Pit with this. Morphling has enough damage to take it down. I love Hanskin's positioning. He was just waiting with that Echo Slam for a very, very long time. Using Dust, killing Weaver before she could get the time lapse off. Just Echo Slamming and using multiple fissures before that. So sometimes, you know, it's really worth the wait. Into the Roche Pit, Taiga with the buyback. I don't think you can contest this.
They're
going down so quickly.
Liquid knows they need something drastic here to turn the tide of the fight. There's the Inkswell, but the Blink Call misses. Roshan's about to fall, and Nico Baby grabs the Aegis. Now Bo3, he is stranded, completely isolated and demolished. Liquid falling apart.
Not that good of a game. 1-6-0. I mean, I can go back to that Ring of Health purchase where you are just delaying your Blink Dagger and choosing the wrong fights, messing up with the team's timing, what you want to do. Even when this Lincoln Sphere comes up, it's still not a real defensive item. They pop one Dust, Echo Slam, or Reaper Sight, like you're gonna die.
Yeah. And it feels like Liquid have tried everything. You know, smoke after smoke. It was like 5 in a row. They even smoked to try and get towards that Roshan. But now they're probably, you know, they should be anyway, completely out of smokes. So any potential to swing with a nice pickoff, completely out of the question as S4 grabs up the Grimstroke. Fisher will block Insania inside that Firefly, but it looks like FNG may have stepped a little too far forward. He's got the backup of his team, and Liquid don't want to get embroiled in a long duration team fight here.
Also, they try to go for Necro in that fight. Necro is sitting at 2000 HP, has some extra armor coming on from that plate mail. Axe Call into Savage Roar. Savage Roar was missed, but still it not be enough to bring him down. They have no burst damage. Spirit Vessel is completed on Taiga. No charges whatsoever.
And this is much more like the alliance we saw up against Team Secret, right? The map movement, the knowing where to stand, the ability of Alliance to kind of hold areas of the map when you know your opponents are about to smoke into you, or you know that these team fights can be decided in a matter of seconds. The decision making from Alliance has been super spot on with, you know, the first 20 minutes of the game. Limp is like the only hero showing on the map as they do Blink Call. Bo3's in, but the Yule's up. Trying to stop this initiation onto S4, who gets leashed by the Soulbind, but they turn onto Bo3 with the Reaper's Sight. The Blink Echo catching Weaver. Lincoln's popped and Mickey with the time lapse out does manage to save himself. Focusing Nico Baby, whose strength morphs back up just a touch. A 1-for-1, but Axe dead for 60 seconds. Batrider could theoretically buy back and Boots of Travel here if they want to.
No lasso. Okay, he's gonna have lasso. He's out in 20 seconds. No need for buybacks. Nico Baby's in.
Tiger very nearly taken out. Mickey. He is diving the backline. He's dusted up. Hanskin out of mana. Swarm's going to catch a glimpse of the rest of Alliance coming in, and I think Mickey here going to try and go and cut that bottom wave.
Weaver is so annoying to play against. Like, once you get one defensive item, and if they're limited on catch, it's just very hard to bring her down and like start cutting the waves, picking up bounty runes. Always have TP ready. And so Lone Druid, Mass with Madness, Skull Basher, Death.
They've caught Insania again. This Grimstroke annihilated with a flame break back in. They're going to try and fish her up and catch the Phoenix as well, with the E-Blade Adapter Strike following him through. He's supernova to buy himself a second life, but that's your team fight ulti down.
Maybe they don't know. Maybe Alliance did not see that one.
They're going to go high ground. Blink. Oh, catching Morphling. He's got the Aegis, don't forget. So Nico Baby not too bothered about that as Mickey going for S4. Lacking damage though as they need to take down this Morphling, but he waveforms away. Alliance, they just reset. Still 5 heroes strong, forcing buybacks from Team Liquid.
Quake's Lone Druid is extremely powerful and should not be underestimated. Alliance is just waiting for their abilities to come online. Batrider will have lasso in 30 seconds. Echo Slam is ready now, so they can still take the fight. Liquid is very strong when they're defending the base.
60 seconds or so, 50 now for that supernova.
Oh, Boxy.
He stepped just a touch too far. FNG slows him down, trying to Inkswell him out, but the Yule's up dispels it off. The Hanskin Fisher starting up the axe. The Alliance very tentative with their move forward. And at the very least here for Liquid, Mickey able to get out on the map, clearing out a couple of waves. Oh, the bear. Alliance want to kill the bear. Quakefoot does have a resummon. Pops his ulti as Liquid prepare for a fight. They're pinging high ground. They see Hanskin. They know where that Earthshaker is sitting. They jump call with the Inkswell. It looks like the Echo Slam is going to land only onto one. Boxy getting caught out, but the burning damage kills off Nico Baby. Beautifully done. As Liquid soul bind up onto the Earthshaker Necro. Finally it expires, but they can focus down Limp. But the supernova back up.
Focus
Tiger,
the pyramid here.
Beautifully placed. You do not stare at the pyramid. It's going to burn your eyes alive as Boxy blinks back in with the call to chain stun and dunk down onto onto the Limp Necro, not the Nico Necro.
We've seen the same thing from Alliance when they were playing against Team Secret and Gamers Without Borders. Like, they were hiding in this area, baiting, and Team Liquid took one out of their books. I think Fisher would have been much better just to try to stop anyone who was in those trees, but they had no vision of that area. So this just shows that this game is far from over.
Absolutely, you called it. That Lone Druid for Quakefoot. Do not underestimate the strength of this beast. He is an angry bear. 263 damage with that Deso, Basher, Mask of Madness, Greater Fairy Fire, amping it up as well. And if they get anywhere near your tier 2-0 base, Liquid, they can shred these buildings. So you've got to be careful as Alliance where you take the fights as well. You cannot take a fight on your side of the base unless you know you're going to win it.
Quakefoot has enough gold to buy full MKB. So that's a mixed damage. You have magical and physical. Also Greater Fairy Fire, so extra 35 damage on top of that.
Are scanning.
Kind of excited to see what Mickey goes after this Satanic. I was wondering about like a Nullifier or something here. Allow him to maybe focus that Necro a little better.
Getting status resistance against Earthshaker Necro ulti is very, very good. Like, Earthshaker can't lock you down with the combo. Unless he gets Timeless Relic as a tier 4 item.
A little bit of a poke onto FNG. Weaver and Phoenix. Lance's hand up northwards. Tiger TP's out just in time. S4 guesses incorrectly. Hero Entangle cooldown now on the Lone Druid. As they do push out that bottom wave.
That's such a weird way of saying it. Like 0 cooldown. Couldn't you type no cooldown? I don't believe I've ever seen 0 in Dota as a description besides this one.
Yeah, that's true. It's not even 0 second cooldown, right? It's just 0 cooldown.
Dire structures are fortified.
0 Entangle cooldown.
Radiant's top tower.
I never noticed that until then. Lacoste pointing out all the little intricacies of Dota 2. There is that MKB. Does leave the Lone Druid without buyback.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They are putting themselves in a position here. Oh, hello. Jump on top lane. S4 has the lasso. Yet again,
he has no buyback.
Grimstroke. Yeah. Adaptive Strike finishes him off. Dead for 71 seconds. But this is the thing, right? Liquid have put themselves in a position here where they force Alliance to either trade a tier 2 for a tier 3 or, you know, come back and defend.
Oh, I love this. I was just thinking about it. Grimstroke, I know that Insania loves to build it. Get Aghanim Scepter and use enemy strength as their weakness. So you just get Illusion of the Morphling, who has a built-in BKB. Mickey.
He is trapped in here with no time lapse. Nice pop of the Lincolns for that Reaper Scythe.
Dead for eternity.
100 seconds with no buyback. He's 900 gold away from it. A massive window now opens for Alliance, and they smoke straight out across the map. Roshan's alive in 1 minute, but this is going to be a high ground push.
That Aghanim Scepter that I talked about on Grimstroke is a game changer. But I would love to see Taiga giving him Philosopher's Stone so that he can finish it off. Bro, just land me Philosopher's Stone. I swear to God, I'm going to give it back to you after I finish Ags.
Yeah, your Shivas doesn't matter. My Aghanims is going to be huge. 1 minute though, as Alliance very likely going to take a tier 3, if not barracks. Radiant do have their glyph. Still is a little spooky here, pushing into Supernova. FNG and Enchantress going to be pushing out that bot wave with a Centaur as Boxy leaves the lane. They don't know that Weaver doesn't have buyback, right? That is the key thing here. We as spectators, we know that he's 900 gold away from it, or 800 now. But Alliance are kind of expecting the Weaver to have buyback, and that 5v5 could be brought out.
Roche will spawn in 14 seconds. I mean, Liquid can still contest it. Whose courier is it? It's Hanskin's courier inside the pit to see the exact spawn timer. Lanes are in a very good position. Bottom lane, FNG's Centaur just pushing the wave.
Little by little. Into Roche they go. Nico baby
down
solo
so quickly. Here. Smoke, he stopped them from attacking. So Cheese and Aegis for Alliance. Bro, give me that Philosopher's Stone. Now, I mean, it's really game changer once you get that item.
Yeah, like they're giving Insania the space to farm. May as well give him that additional little boost. He's the one clearing out the waves. And there is Roshan now for Alliance. Aegis and Cheese in the hands of Nico baby. Repair kit on Boxy, so an additional way here for Liquid to defend their base. Weaver still very distant from the Satanic, and the net is closing in around them. Alliance taking out all of these outer towers.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh, S4 is here alone.
He cancels the Lincolns with that Yule Scepter, popping it as Mickey going to be forced to time-lapse and Shikuchi away. Tiger might be focused here, but a good dive out is going to save him for a little bit. He's going to try Sunray TP, but a great fissure from Hanskin stops him in his tracks. Now the chain stuns as he cannot escape from this. E-Blade into the adaptive strike again from Nico baby, but Phoenix has buyback.
Insania just needs 1,000 gold to finish off that Aghanim Scepter. And you can make illusion of one extra hero if they're soulbound together.
If you get the Necro and the Morphling together. Pretty cool here for Liquid. Nico baby does get up onto that high ground, but they glyph repair kit, jump in onto the Morphling, trying to take that first life away from him. The Yule Scepter of the Axe, though, passive initiation as the Soulbind does arrive. The Fear onto Nico baby, he's very low and dunked. Supernova zones the rest of Alliance back as the buyback from Phoenix paying off nicely. In jumps the Weaver, but immediately Shikuching back out.
They're gone.
The Bear does drop here. Resummoned immediately by Koikfa, and the repair kit doing pretty good work to try and defend and repair as they do blink core and Inkswell again. Morphling, attribute shift into strength as the Fissure blocks back Liquid. This tower
this
defense,
box.
very well played so far. Execution's been great from Liquid. FNG's on the high ground as an Echo Slam, trying to deal with a Weaver. There's the Reaper Scythe, and down goes Mickey. Buyback available, though. Alliance still pressuring the high ground. FNG is still in the Radiant base. He'll lose his life. Liquid with a blink call on two.
He might buy back now. Here it
That's
comes.
the Inkswell, though, connecting his Hanskin, fishes them back and stops the advance. Liquid can't give chase, and the Death Pulse going to finish off Tiger. No, not quite. Another Yules from Limp, stopping the Bear from tracking him down. Mickey, Shikuchi, Inkswell. Flame Break pushes them back. S4 just buying space for Alliance to retreat.
Oh, Alliance retreated so nicely without losing anyone after the buyback from Mickey. Cheese and Age is gone. So this gives more time to Insania to actually buy that Aghanim Scepter. Just 700 gold away.
Very close. 400 gold away from Ags on Grimstroke now. Is getting all the farm in the world. Bottom wave given to him. And we're getting some really massive items for Liquid. You know, they're defending their base. That tier 3 tower bottom lane still half HP. It did take them 2 repair kit charges. But you've got BKB on Axe now. Koikfa has Abyssal Blade on his Bear. If they're able to get some more of these sick Inkswell blink calls with the Abyssal Blade onto Morphling, Nico baby, he can fall very quickly.
Radiant are scanning.
Flicker on Morphling. Wow.
That's just how afraid he is, right?
If they go on, it's actually a very good item here. If they decide to go on him, the spell against the Spirit Vessel could keep him alive.
FNG has walked into this one. Fisher not going to save him as the BKB from Axe does allow him to continue fighting at the Blade onto the Morphling with the damage and the Savage Roar. The Chainstone for the Nico baby, he's taken down. Beautifully done by Liquid. And Limp, Eon Disc does pop. But Alliance don't have their main heavy hitter, so Limp's just going to get chased down here. There's no escape. They've got Blink Echo Slam. That's the only thing that Hans can do, but he whips it completely, misses on the initiation. And Boxy has the Blink call. Limp is going to pull. The Necro is gone, and Hanskin obliterated. Shocking performance from Alliance. That is not what they needed.
Oh man, Nico baby can still die, even with that Satanic, Eye of Scotty. Quake's Lone Druid dishes serious amount of damage, full Abyssal Blade, so there's enough lockdown for him. The question is, do you want to like play this super late game against Lone Druid? He can get 12 slotted, 14 slotted, Aghanim Scepter 15 slotted. You know, add some extra moon shards on top of that, so 3 extra item, 18 slots, hero.
The perfect chat line from Koikfa as well. Synergy. The Chainstones there from Liquid, the Blink, the Call, the Inkswell, the Savage Roar, the Abyssal Blade, everything perfectly timed onto that Morphling to actually shut him down, and he's dead for another 25 seconds. Yes, the Dire have a repair kit, but Koikfa's Bear with Demolish is shredding through this objective. They're going to find a lane of barracks here, even with the buyback of Necro, or maybe Liquid back up. They don't want to commit. Limp's buyback is going to force them away.
Oh, Minotaur Horn. That's a pretty big item on the Weaver. Doesn't have any defensive items other than Lincoln Sphere. Or are they giving that to Koiko's Lone Druid?
No, you are right. They're giving it to Weaver.
Yeah, makes sense.
340 damage on Koikfa's Bear. Big bad boy. Almost 4,000 HP.
2 heroes with buybacks at the moment only. Both from Alliance. Batrider and Earthshaker.
Grimstroke just got his, as you said that.
Oh, Leveler. That's a nasty item.
When I saw the Dire team... Yeah, when I saw the Dire team have one, Nico baby was holding it, and I was like, does he really want it? I think the Lone Druid would like that one. Finally, Alliance get their own. Timeless Relic on the Morphling.
Extra okay, he just sent it somewhere.
Swapping it all around. Timeless Relic on the Earthshaker now.
Okay.
Havoc Hammer for the Enchantress.
That's what I said. They see Weaver with status resistance build, so Earthshaker can't lock her down. That's when you need some extra stun duration that's gonna come out from a Timeless Relic. You can't pull off the combo because of the status resistance.
For now, Kuiper not grabbing the leveler for his bear, keeping the greater fairy fire on him. As they hold little high ground outside of their base. Clear the mid wave. Top lane looks like it's coming towards the Radiant side thanks to a couple of Necro illusions. Liquid with the they've drawn a long line from the triangle down to bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Full wrap around.
Radiant are
Necro's the only one showing here, and Radiant scan high ground, so they know they can go up this ramp reasonably safely. And now they have high ground to low ground advantage. They've got the jump.
under attack.
Alliance have no idea this is coming. Alliance think they're off to the western side. Bottom lane is pushed in, but Liquid just walks straight past them as the bear jumping forward. But these spells have a draw. They've got a blink call. Morphling is about to fall. The supernova on his head, and Nico Baby waveforming away, barely surviving. Has one charges up his sleeve as the chase on. They need to find a kill. Liquid chasing towards Limp. That's the Necro they want now as three heroes converge onto their location. Hunskin whips his Echo Slam. He echoes the ground. No, he doesn't get that blink off. FNG falling after Limp. Hanskin having...
They can't fight into this. Aghanim Scepter on Grimstroke, Morphling, it's all you need to win a team fight, plus some extra abilities to lock him down, and they have enough. You have Axe, you have Lone Druid with the full Abyssal Blade, so that's Refresher, Shard, Cheese, and Aegis. They would have preferred to get Aghanim Scepter, I believe, but you can give that to your Phoenix, who's very, very high level.
I didn't know Come With Me was still playing professional Dota 2. But Liquid with a great comeback in this game, taking out that Roshan, giving Refresher Shard over to the Lone Druid. I wonder if Tiger wants that one, or if they do actually want the multiple summons on the bear. Leveler now up on the Spirit Bear as well. As Liquid come charging down that mid lane. They've already opened it up with the tier 3 earlier on, so racks are exposed. Necro with no buyback. It's on cooldown for 4 minutes, and Liquid with a great opportunity. The barracks so quickly melting.
Leveler,
in the sun.
Spirit Bear.
Holy crap. And Hanskin, the last couple of fights, he's had a real screamer here. Morphling illusion and the blink call. Nico, maybe he's going to be shredded. He tries to get his mantra off with the Shadow Emerald to buy him a little bit of time, but they've found the kill on S4 in the midst of it all. No buyback on your Bat Rider, and Alliance still 2 heroes down as their base is crumbling. Team Liquid.
Oh, love it. They gave Refresher to Grimstroke so he can use 2 Darkbird threats. That's insane. 2 Soulbinds. 2 set of racks is gone already.
And another smoke. The first 4 or 5 smokes from Liquid didn't pay off, but the last couple they've had have been gorgeous. The Dire Courier was heading down towards the secret shop, it looks like. Not sure exactly what they were trying to buy. Blink call though. Bo3 finds the jump. Immediately onto Earthshaker. Yules himself up. Can he blink away? No. The swarm is up on him, so dead. Buys back immediately. Trying to continue this fight, but they're still without their Bat Rider on a Soulbind. With the Supernova, the Morphling just can't withstand this pressure. Nico Baby's gonna have to buy back himself, but the lane of Barracks bottom is starting to fall. The Mega Creeps are gonna come here as Liquid stamp their mark on the game 40 minutes in.
They want to outpush it, make us pinging it out. I'm gonna clear the creep wave, get our creeps closer. Refresher on Grimstroke. Man, that's an insane damage.
And Bo3 really has been stepping up. Now he's got the additional backup of the Lone Druid Spirit Bear with that Abyssal Blade. He knows that all he has to do is blink, call, Morphling. That's his job. Don't focus Necro. Maybe if you can find the Earthshaker, get that pick off onto Hanskin to stop the blink echoes. And you never know, maybe Hanskin is playing the long con. Miss the echo slams, and now, when it matters most, get the biggest one of your life.
Oh, the big brain play, huh?
false sense of security.
He has a Shadow Blade. There's no gem. He should be able to do it.
There's the Blink Lasso with the Aghanim Scepter jumping in, but the Blink Call from Boxy catching the Echo Slam, does catch two, but in comes the Soul Bite. Oh, Liquid have got this one in the bag now. Yule's up on the ocean, buys him a little bit of time, but Midgate is clearing up the back lines. 3 in a row and no buybacks for the Lions. It's game over as Liquid find the sickest comeback.
Man, Liquid played this extremely well. Just using a couple of buybacks early on to keep themselves into the game, and who would have guessed that by Koikwa on the Lone Druid, Boxy had atrocious early game. He was 1-7-0 at one point, but then he managed to make a great comeback with some really nice calls.